What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Thursday, January 20th, and today we're going to be talking about how you can invest and make money with the Metaverse. Now, this is kind of a beginner's tutorial on how to enter and understand what to look out for. We're looking for hidden gems, tokens, and also assets that we could acquire right now that are at good deals that we can make profit later on in the year, maybe even sooner. So guys, with that said, most importantly, smash up that like button and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Just those two help out this channel so much. And also don't forget to join our Patreon page for insider trading tips and more. We have very limited spots available. And with that said, let us begin. So if you're new to this, or if you've been around for a lot longer, I think we can all agree that the top metaverse plays right now are Decentraland, Sandbox, and Axie Infinity. Now, we're not going to focus on those, and the reason is because their market cap is in the billion-dollar family. That means that the growth, the massive gains are not there as of right now because they have already had their massive gains. So I'm not going to be focusing on the top tier ones. We're going to look at hidden gems. So the first category that we're going to look at out of the three is more like high risk, high reward assets, right? This is where you just want to buy the token and you're going to see if there's going to be growth later on. And usually at these times, we want to buy the dip. We want to buy things when they are low so that when we have our next bull run in the metaverse and gaming market, which will happen this year in my own opinion, you are well positioned to have acquired those assets in very early on in its stages, and then you will take your profits when that comes along. So one of the first coins I'm going to look at is a metaverse coin called Mist. Now, Mist is pretty much undervalued in my opinion. I'm only using this as an example. Again, you don't have to invest in these coins. These are just examples. So Mist, for instance, has a very, 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 very low supermarket cap, right? This is very, very high risk, very, very high reward. It's around 4 million in its market cap, which is like microscopic in terms of the view of the metaverse. The reason I'm pulling this coin up is because if you look at the overall chart, ever since its launch back in April of 2021, it's been kind of in a downtrend. And when October happened during the Meta Facebook announcement, obviously this price spiked up, but has reached its further low. But the reason I'm pointing this out is because I look for low market caps. I look for token supply. I make sure that the token supply isn't crazy. Like 1 billion is not too bad, especially if it's the only token that's available. So when I go to the game, I always look for gameplay footage. I always look towards how does this game look when it comes out. And so with this one, it looks like it's enticing. It looks like it's actually showing me what the game represents. And I look out for these types of things. I look out for proven alpha footage, maybe even beta footage, right? And the more I get to see these things, the more I feel confident that maybe this is a game that is taken seriously. It won't be a rug pull. And it really feels like this will come out pretty soon. Now, a lot of these games will show you pre-alpha footage or maybe even beta stage footage, but at least it'll give you a sense of where your investment's going. So people are going to look to this game and they're going to be like, okay, you know what? I think that this will do well. And if you invest right now at 8 cents, imagine when this market cap were to reach a realistic price of say 100 million, maybe even 70 million. Well, your token is going to go up in value. And also that means your wallet is going to go up in value. So that's one example that I keep out for, and that's why I use Mist. Now here's another speculative one. Wilder World, right? Wilder World is a very interesting game. They have a small tokenomics, but they have a higher market cap. So why do I think that this could be a high risk, high reward? Well, in their demonstration on their website, you're not able to see any footage. You're not able to see the gameplay. I have not seen one single gameplay footage out there. But why does this have a higher market cap compared to Mist? Well, honestly, it could just because it has great visuals on their website. Also, if you go to their lands and cribs, you can see little demonstrations of what this could be in the end. Now they have this one trailer that shows you just the wheel itself, just the car, but I thought, that's all right. It's still not convincing for me. And so when I'm looking for, say for instance, cribs, Again, the reason I look at cribs is because I'm looking at assets in terms of land or property, which is a huge thing that you should look out for in the metaverse, not just the coins. But for this one, Wyoming, which is the only property asset listed available, they only have bidding, right? There's no buy purchase orders. So for me, I wish I could buy into this, but honestly, it's all bidding and I don't feel comfortable with that. So in this instance, I would rather invest in the coin. Now, 195, you may think maybe pretty high. It's really not that much compared to the billion-dollar market caps of Axie Infinity, Decentraland, and Sandbox. But if you look at the overall market, it is low, right? And again, Facebook announced their metaverse. Again, it went up as well. So if you're positioned to invest in this, then you'd be investing in the support level around $2 or more. So this could potentially go up in value, but you would have less tokens. But again, 500 million, I think this is a high risk, high reward, so it's not bad. Next up, I want to go to My Neighbor Alice as another example. Now, My Neighbor Alice is a higher market cap than both Myst and Wilder World, and they even have a smaller token supply. But why does this attract me more than the other two? Well, when I look at the overall market cap, it's been always just, it hasn't either gone up or down. It's just waiting for the game to launch. Now, when you go to the website, there is no gameplay. There is no marketplace that's live, but the gameplay itself, what I mean by gameplay, I mean there isn't a platform that you can play the game. They only show demonstrations. But when I look at this game, I think it has the ambitions of a sandbox because this is more of a metaverse play, right? They're actually going to allow you to understand how you can build your world, how you can interact with people. And I can imagine this growing within young children to young teenagers who aren't allowed to play these violent games that have guns or whatever. This is more of a social atmosphere. So this could actually be huge. And that's what we saw in Minecraft. And that's why Sandbox did really well. So just from this gameplay footage alone, I'm like, okay, maybe this is convincing for me to partake in this. But again, the game hasn't launched yet. It's been in development for quite some time, but it does have some ambitions. I do believe it has some partnerships as well that I think are quite awesome. Say, for instance, Blockchain Game Alliance, but most importantly, Sandbox. So the fact that they have formed those partnerships makes them really geared up to do really well. There's also Anchor. So at least their partnerships are pretty decent, and I think that this is still a high risk, high reward, but there's more going on in this world. So yeah, that's one metaverse. And then I'm going to show you one last one before we go into our second tier, which is a little bit more promising. Now, Polka City is another metaverse game. This one's around a 3 million market cap, very, very high risk, high reward. Token supply is around 250. But the fully diluted market cap, and keep that in mind, is 103 million. So something's going on here where this is being valuated for 103 million. And that means that they think that this metaverse play could be a lot bigger than it's expected. Now, when you go to the website, the whole point of this is that you can actually earn money just from acquiring assets, meaning taxis, gas stations, boats, and also train stations and everything. So when you go to your marketplace, you can buy these things to make money, is what they're stating. And somebody bought someone bought like a boat on Polka City, and they made a ton of money. But that could have been a press release that was initiated by Polka City. But the reason I bring this up is because if you invest in these assets, and not the token, I'm not telling you to invest in the token. I'm telling you to look into the property assets, which is the vehicles and everything. This could possibly make you money. But say, for instance, with the Polka Lambo, which seems to be the cheapest right now compared to the Polka Canoe, this is around $1,800 because Polka City is running for around 41 cents. So is that worth it for you to invest in an asset? Well, that's something that you should keep in mind. Now, personally, in all the coins I've just presented thus far, I only feel comfortable investing in either the token for both My Neighbor Alice, Wilder World, and Myst. But in terms of property assets, maybe Polka City could be considered that thing. Would I do it? Not at all. That's why I'm putting this as high risk, high reward. I would rather invest in the tokens. So that's the first tier loss. Let's talk about the second tier, because the second tier involves more of a promising aspect. Things that show community, legitimacy, and also great gameplay and great proof of work. Now, the first one I'm going to bring up is Blocktopia. Why do I bring up Blocktopia? Well, simply because it's community based. Similar to like Cardano, no one knows why Cardano is at the market cap that it is right now, but it's mainly because of its community. So Blocktopia, just like Cardano, hasn't initially launched its metaverse yet. It's just built on speculation. But even with 200 billion tokens, it still reaches a market cap of 282. So if we go to their website, one of the things that attracts people to this is that they're forming partnerships left and right with KuCoin, BitBoy Crypto, Crypto Wendy, all sorts of different partnerships with different companies. Citus as well, another game that we're going to talk about in a little bit. They form these partnerships and they reserve a space for them in this metaverse. And this metaverse is based in a skyscraper, right? So there's this one big skyscraper that houses all sorts of hubs where you can socialize and meet people. And that's kind of the thing. That's how they want to portray this metaverse in. So, you know, for me, I think that this is a coin that is worth investing in. I think that I'd rather invest in the token because honestly, they don't even have a marketplace yet that you can invest and buy assets. So, but sooner or later it will be, but this will be a virtual reality experience. So once the opportunity comes to invest in the marketplace, you should definitely keep an eye out for that because there could be property available. But right now, Blocktopia right now is, for me, a good buying opportunity, just considering that it's probably at a new low at around 32 cents. At its highest peak ever, at an all-time high of 18 cents, this is a pretty good deal. And I don't think that this is going to go anywhere. Look at the market cap, 6 billion. Now that is like frighteningly high, but that's how it's being evaluated, right? So you got to keep that in mind. This could be seed investors. This could be tokens that need to be unlocked pretty soon. But I think it's okay to dollar cost average. And another thing is built on Polygon, which is a really fast layer 2 solution for Ethereum. So I think that's totally worth it. Another one I want to show you is Alluvium, right? Alluvium is really heavily undervalued. This is a gameplay and metaverse aspect. And guess what? There's only 7 million in supply, and then max supply is 10 million. Market cap is 503. This not too long ago was at $1,600 last time I checked. Now it's at 783. And I don't think that this is something to be afraid of. I think this is completely normal. As you can see here, it reached the highest of around $1,820. Now it's half off. So to me, I think this is a great game. I think this is going to show up really well. So to me, I'd rather invest in the token here. This is not high risk, high reward. This is, for me, a safer bet. And again, don't invest in all these projects. You want to invest in things that you love personally, right? It's better to concentrate your money in a few projects than spreading out a ton of projects, right? It's like watering a plant. You don't want to water all these plants in your place because each one will get its own nutrients. You got to focus on one plant at a time. You got to focus that one watering at a time on each plant. They grow faster. So it's the same thing with crypto. It's the same thing with metaverse investments, right? So Alluvium, I feel, is a safe bet. I do like their gameplay. They are almost getting near done with this. This is built on the Ethereum blockchain, Unreal Engine. I mean, it's really cool. Visually, it's stunning, and they have great partnerships with people. I just think that this game is going to do really well in the short to near term. So this is a great opportunity to buy into something like this because this is at a cheap price. So what is next up? Well, I do have one of Solana blockchain games, and that is Star Atlas. Now, notice that I'm not pulling up Atlas. I'm pulling up the ticker symbol Polis. Here's the reason why. It's a decentralized autonomous organization, also known as a governance token. Now, the governance token is 360 million, and it has a market cap of 79 million. Now, I think overall this is a great opportunity to dollar cost averaging because it's around $3.56 to $3.69. And its all-time high when it first came out was around $17. Again, such a great deal. These are great opportunities to buy in these tokens. And this one has more utility to it because the DAO allows people to incentivize to have voting rights within the game. I wouldn't advise getting the Atlas token because there's a huge circulating supply. And if you don't know what the Atlas token is, it's the in-game currency token. That means there's a ton of it and it's circulating in and out of the game. But you need to look into the DAOs of these games. When you go to their marketplace, you get really excited about assets. This is property. This is things you need to acquire. And right now you can try to buy some of these, but right now you can even buy the cheaper ones, say for instance, like let's look at the Calico EVAC. Calico evac you can actually buy right now if you want for 41 Atlas tokens. Now, if you think that's too pricey, then you can go ahead and go to the cheaper ones like say Opal Jet. This is selling for around $127 to $200 at the current price right now. Even though it's 4,700 Atlas tokens, that's in conversion, right? Again, Atlas is the in-game currency. You can start staking these if you really want to, and you can earn rewards by fueling your ship, feeding the crew members. But these are assets, right? These are going to go up in value regardless of what the market thinks, especially if Bitcoin decides to go up or down. These are great assets. These are hard assets. These are things that you want to keep the quality of, because again, these can go up in value as well. And if you can get a rare version or an epic version or a legendary version, these are assets to look out for. So invest in either the Polis token or the Star Atlas ships. And soon they'll have stations coming up in April 20th. So this is a great game to look forward to, and I definitely think that this is something that is worth investing in right now, considering that the price is so low. The Senate. Now, Senate is the Decentralized Autonomous Organization governance token of Citus. Now, Citus is a game that's built on Ethereum, but it only has 300 million tokens. Now, when I look at the overall market cap, this is going to be really important. It's very low, $2.80, and also the high was at $5. So these are great buying opportunities, and then you'll be able to sell these tokens later on. So I think that this is a great token to have. I'm not going to go deep into this, but this will allow you to have voting rights as well within the game. And if you didn't know, Citus Heroes, it's already in their alpha stage. It's allowing people to play the game, to experience it themselves. Plus, they have great trailers. They look really cool. So they've already invested in their game to look promising, right? You want to invest in things that allow you to see visually that they're taking this thing seriously and they're wanting to get this game out there as soon as possible. So keep your eyes out for the Senate token and this game. Now, the last two I want to show you is one of my personal favorites, Decimated. Now, Decimated to me is a token that I'm personally invested in. I love this game. I love this token. You can see my videos on the upper right that show you basically why I'm feeling bullish on it. Also a video on where I feel about gains ahead, like how much you can gain within the year, and also holder rankings, which you can also check out to see where you stand as a holder. So this game is just one of my favorites, and right now I think it's at an amazing deal. It's right now at around 36 cents at an all-time high that it hit was around 51. So this hasn't even gone down, it hasn't even gone up, but the team is launching this pretty soon. I mean, right now they have an alpha stage going on, and soon you'll be able to buy their NFTs on their marketplace. I would definitely check this website out, but this is something I think is a must. Again, just not financial advice, it's just my own opinion, but this is a must hold. Decimated is going to be great. Plus, it's built on the Solana blockchain. It's freaking huge. I love that it's fast. It's built on a trustworthy blockchain. So keep your eyes out on Decimated. And the last I want to show you is what you can do to buy our hard asset. And we're talking about lands. You can make money through TCG World, which is also called Trading Card Game World. Now, these are plots of land that you could buy in the Metaverse. Now, this is where you can get a good deal because these are only one BNB. That is around roughly $450 to $500 right now. And that is massively cheap compared to Sandbox and Decentraland, which sells in the thousands of dollars just for a small square or parcel on their website. This is something that you can actually buy right now. And once you buy it, you can then go to their map and you can choose where you want to be in terms of your location. And as you can see here, you can choose anywhere you want. So once you buy that land, you can end up, going to the map and choosing where you want to pick your land. You can choose it in any of these blue dots. These are the ones that are on for sale. And as you can see, people are buying it. But this is a hidden gem. You need to get this at some certain point, and this is your opportunity before this blows up. This is exactly what Sandbox and Decentraland was like back then, and no one believed it, but this is a great example of where you can participate because it's very early. So what I'm saying is, how can you make money through the Metaverse? How can you make money through all of these different tokens? So overall, in a nutshell, we had the high risk, high rewards, which was the coins that are very low market caps but don't really show any gameplay or show any utilization within their tokens. That's high risk, high reward. So I would say if you're going to be investing in those, invest with money that you're willing to risk. keep that in mind, because you could lose that money. Not saying that's going to go to zero, but you may not make profit anytime soon. And then there's the mid tiers like Blocktopia, Alluvium, Star Atlas, Citus. The Senate token of Citus. I mean, all those different tokens are a little bit more of a safer bet because they either are community driven, or they're showing more utilization with their token, or they have more gameplay showing within their token. Those are safer bets. And then in terms of like safer assets, Decimated to me seems like a great asset to acquire just because it's a token that's worth getting into. Those tokens, they haven't announced any other token that's going to be a governance token. It's just one type of token, and that is the DIO token. And once that NFT marketplace, that's going to blow up and it's going to do really well, especially for early investors that invest right now. And then there's TCG World, which is basically buying land. And right now it's the only one I'm presenting that you can actually buy land and make money off of. And all these different things, I do believe you can make a ton of money off of just from investing in these assets, depending on which one you choose. So make sure to do your own research and choose the ones that you like, that you believe in. Don't follow everything that I say. Look at other YouTubers, look at other investors and what they're doing. These personally are just on my radar, and they are doing quite well in my opinion, and they have a good roadmap ahead in 2022. So 2022 is the year of the metaverse and play to earn gaming. Which ones are you going to invest in? Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts if those coins that I've brought up are great, and also in terms of assets, if those are great as well. Also, let me know in the comments down below if there is a coin that I did not bring up, something that I had missed. Maybe there is a token out there or a metaverse game that I have not seen and that is so under the radar. And if you want me to make a video about it, I'd love to check it out. So guys, don't forget to smash up that like button if you liked what you heard, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget, make sure to join our Patreon page, and I will see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Register on our Patreon page for our insider training tips and more. And don't forget to click on the affiliates link below to receive sign-up bonuses and access the Global Crypto Assets Exchange. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.